Hi friends, how are you doing? In my previous lessons, we have done basics of motion, and in that we have covered how to draw the distance time graph. And if you have not caught up on that, please look up this video which is mentioned in the description below. Today I want to take you through the difference between the distance time graph and the displacement time graph, and what better way to learn it than with a numerical. So let's get ahead and let's learn this. So this is the problem that we want to solve today. A student cycles from home to his friend's house, which is towards the right of his house, 2 kilometers away, to study. Midway he realizes he has forgotten his book, returns home, collects the book and proceeds to his friend's house. Assuming that the student travels at constant speed, 1. Plot the distance time graph, and 2. Plot the displacement time graph. Yeah, so this is the way that we will plan the solution. So let's put this person's home, let it be point A, and the friend's place is point B, fine? And what did we say? The overall distance is 2 kilometers. That means the length of this is 2 kilometers. This is the midpoint. That means this is 1 kilometer. This person travels, student travels, and this distance is going to be 1 kilometer, okay? Now the distances are given in kilometers an hour, so we will keep the units the same. We will not convert it into meters per second and all that. So let's keep it as same. Now what is the speed given as? The speed is given as 5 kilometer per hour, isn't it? So if it is 5 kilometer per hour, let's write it down. Speed is given as 5 kilometer per hour. That means 1 kilometer, how much time the person will take, okay? So to travel 1 kilometer, the person is going to take 0.2 hours. So planning is required so that we can divide the scales appropriately. Now this is a distance time graph. So how do we do this? We have to compute the total distance the student is traveling, okay? So first he goes from A, he reaches midpoint. That means he's already traveled 1 kilometer. Then this fellow returns back because he's forgotten to take his book. So that's going to be 1 kilometer. And once he collects the book, he's going to go to his friend's place. That means he has to travel 2 kilometers. So the total journey done by our dear student is 4 kilometers totally. Okay, so we will split this 4 kilometers in 0.5 each. So we have the y-axis all properly mapped out. And because he is going to take 0.2 hours for every kilometer, 4 kilometers will take 0.8 hours. So we have properly mapped out our x-axis where we are taking the time as well, okay? So remembering this is a distance time graph, let's now start plotting the graph with the data that we have calculated so far, okay? So if for him to compute, he's totally traveling 4 kilometers and he's doing it in 0.8 hours, and this is distance time graph. So we can simply say 4 kilometers is being traveled in 0.8 hours. So this is going to be his distance time graph. I hope it is correctly matching it at 0.8. So this is going to be the distance time graph. I hope you have followed this clearly. If we were to take the slope of this graph, the slope of this graph will yield the speed of 5 kilometers per hour. Hope you have understood the distance time graph. Now let's go to the displacement time graph, which was the main objective of this question, okay? So now this person is going with a constant speed. He is going to midway, okay? So let's assume that particular direction is positive. So he's traveling in the positive direction and he reaches 1 kilometer. Let's start plotting it. And we also discussed that 1 kilometer, that person will travel in 0.2 hours, okay? So from 0 to 1 kilometer at constant speed, or we should say velocity, because this is a displacement time graph, he reaches and the first part of the journey is over. So the person is here right now. Now what is this dude doing here? He's traveling from here back to his house, right? When he's traveling back to his house, that means now his displacement is in the opposite direction, and herein comes the catch. Because this is a displacement time graph, displacement in the opposite direction means we have to take it as negative, okay? So, and what about the time? He is going to take 1 hour, 0.2 hours once again for traveling the return journey from midpoint to here. That means when he comes back here to collect the book, what is his displacement? He went here, he came back. That means displacement has become 0. So our next point would be 0 displacement, and the time is 0.2 plus 0.2, 0.4 hour. Okay. So the second coordinate will be out here. So this is his onward journey till midpoint. This is going to be his return journey. Okay. Now he is going to travel from here back to B. Means he is going to travel a distance of 2 kilometers totally, and this is going to be in the positive direction. So this is displacement is going to be towards the right, which is again positive. He is traveling once again at uniform velocity. And how much time is he going to take? 0.4 hours he is going to take. So from here he will take 0.4. That means this is 0.2 out here, 0.2 out here, and from here he has to travel. So this is our final point. Okay. So if you join this very carefully, this is going to be his travel to midpoint. This is going to be his return journey to collect the book from his house, and this is going to be his second part of the journey, where he's going to travel from his house back to his friend's house. Okay. So if you observe, these two lines will be parallel. You know why? Because it is, we have mentioned it is a constant speed, and both these are towards his friend's house. Okay. And this will be a negative slope. Okay. Negative slope means whenever you are coming behind, you will have to show it as a negative slope in the displacement time graph. Okay. I hope you have understood the distinction between distance time graph and displacement time graph through this. Please practice few more numericals until you get the perfection. See you. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to visit our website www.cogitarelearning.com, where you have linked to all the videos that we have been recording so far. Thank you once again.